Test, 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 testing. But this works. Good morning, everybody. Amy, I found your phone.
Awesome, thank you.
Hey, we are excited to see you all here on a Labor Day, or Labor Day weekend. It's not exactly Labor Day yet, but in this kind of like interim space of a holiday weekend, we struggled to find somebody to get a story from and or to talk to for parables, but we had a story to share with you all, and that is we have a brand new website. So I'm going to start here by asking you all, so who is the website for? Okay, well, everybody is a good answer, but I'm going to tell you, I'm going to shift a paradigm for you. It is not for the people of Morningstar. It's for the people of Morningstar second, and it's for all those people out there first. Okay? And so that's not to say that there isn't pertinent Morningstar information for the people who come to Morningstar on the website, but it's really designed for those people who have never been here first. And so the website is your silent invitation. It's a silent invitation to all of those people who are in the community of Las Cruces or in the community of the world, actually, because we are a worldwide church. We have regular people who watch us online in Europe, Germany to be specific, in Africa, South Africa to be specific, most of South America, most of Central America and Mexico, and our two states that are our number one and number two states that watch us besides the state of New Mexico is Texas and California. Okay, so that is all statistics that we get from not only the website itself, but from Facebook and from YouTube as well. And so all that kind of stuff. So I say all of that information to you that the website is going to function and work a little bit differently on the home page than what you're used to on other websites. Because what are they? So let me ask you this question. If you're coming to the website for the first time, if you're looking at the Morningstar website for the very first time, what is it that you want to know? You want to know worship time. And what else? Well, theology, what we're about. We'll say that, what we're about. So basically what it is that you're wanting to know what it is we do it, when it is we do it, and where it is we do it, right? So all of that is on the home page. So when you click on, like, I'm new here, it keeps you on the home page and takes you straight to that. When you click, go back up to the top again. When you click on Sunday, it takes you right to what's going on Sunday. Go back up, scroll back up to the top again. Go deeper. See, it just keeps scrolling back to where you kind of need to go. And then if you clicked on events, it would take you down to the bottom of the page and then go ahead and scroll down. And then there's where share your prayer and prayer requests. You can click on that. You can click on giving, and then it kind of gives you just an overview again. And then as you click on those things, it takes you into the website. But go back all the way up to the top again. You're all the way. So you're Patty Kiley, and you want to go straight to something all the way over to the right. It's a little black square. Click on that, and a menu comes up, and it'll take you exactly to where it is that you want to go. So I did some research on business websites as well as church websites, and it's all about increased engagement, right? I'm trying to increase the engagement into the website. I'm trying to keep you on the website, if this is your first time, for as long as possible. And so how I do that is by keeping you on the home page and then making you click on something on the home page to go deeper, to go further into Morningstar. So, any questions so far? Yes, ma'am. It is not the Morningstar app. You go to mstarlc.church on your phone's browser, and then that'll come up. Mike is looking at it in real time right at the moment and messing around with it. I saw him. And so there's all these features are on there, and you can just click on it and yes, the address has not changed. The website address has not changed. It's still mstarlc.church. Yes. Yes. Right, so that's like a social bar, like where you can find us on social media. And we've made a decision not to be on Twitter and or what's known as X, just for a myriad of reasons. We've chosen not to do that. Yes, sir. Yes. You will be able to. So right at the moment, if you're wanting to look at past parables, you need to go to YouTube or Facebook. You can watch it live. Right now, we are on Facebook and YouTube at the moment. In the transition over to the new website, that feature of live on the website has gone away, but it will come back. So they will come back as well. So the sermon archive will come back to the website, but right now the sermon archive, probably the best place and the easiest place for you to find the sermon archive is at YouTube. So look for Morningstar Church Las Cruces. Search Morningstar Church Las Cruces YouTube, and it'll take you straight to that page. And or you can go to the website, click on YouTube, and it takes you to that page. That would be the best way. We will improve the user experience on YouTube as well to make it more friendly as to what's featured on the featured page. We'll clean that up, make it better, and then go forward, so that you guys can find things that, like, within the last couple of weeks, they're on the featured page as opposed to having to look for it. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, so we've kind of streamlined the app just a little bit. Not so much information, not so much calendary. So like if you want a calendar of events, go to the webpage. You'll get a more accurate view of what's going on calendar-wise within the church. There's a really great view within the calendar on events. But if you look at, so she went into the website, and if you look at it, Parables is in there. It's just, it needs to be updated. So this is a really good time for me to tell you all something. What is never finished at home? Laundry. Laundry. The dishes. Cleaning and dusting. It's always there. Guess what? The website is like laundry. The website is like dishes. There's always a job that is unfinished. I am working as fast as I possibly can to get us updated, but then once I get us updated, guess what? I will be behind. Okay? So I need your grace in that. And but the whole thing is to make it as user-friendly as possible and to increase engagement and also give the most pertinent information of what everybody wants and needs who's never been to Morningstar. So, proof in the pudding. We have a couple who is watching us online in Florida who has started giving to the church from Florida to here because they're getting ready to move to Las Cruces. If I understood the story correctly, we were like their third, fifth, sixth church that they had watched online here in Las Cruces, and they like us, they love us. They communicate with Amy fairly regularly, and they're on their way. So we have another gentleman who he and his partner just moved from Albuquerque, communicated with us on the website, through the website, came to church last Sunday, and now has joined the band. And is a sound dude. Yes, an improvement in sound all musically across the board. And so you'll see some improvements there. He's very familiar with our technology and is helping us. Yes, Fran. Some do. Some go on and do the very Methodist thing, which is go and join a Methodist community and be a part that way. John Gardenhire. Oh, yeah. Dean and Fran, yes. Yeah, they're coming back. Yeah, so Dean and Fran struggled to find a faith community in Phoenix, as according to what Dean told me a couple weeks ago, and had been watching us online for about a year and a half or so, and so had been in community with us then. So, so the website, some of you might think it is an expense that we do not need to incur. I would argue with you that it is an expense that we benefit from in more ways than one. My suggestion to you all is look at it with the lens that you don't go to Morningstar and give me feedback based on that lens. And then second, look at it through the lens of I do go to Morningstar and look at it that lens that way and give me that feedback. And so all of that Sunday information that we were talking about, what we do, when we do it, where we do it, was given to me by somebody at the Valentine's Day weddings on the plaza, that it was really hard to find that information on the old website. And so we wanted to bring that front and forward. And so I took a look at, I don't know, 50 of the top church websites. I found a website called the 100 Top Websites, Church Websites. Went in. I'm in the beg, borrow, and steal business. So I'm going to beg for ideas, I'm going to borrow ideas, and I'm going to steal ideas. I may steal verbiage as well. So, any questions, concerns, social comments? This may be the fastest parables ever. Okay, let's get, okay, John Garnhire. We can help you with that. We can help you start a recurring gift on the giving app, and we can help you with that. Okay, that's fine. You can start with a small recurring gift, see how it works, and then we can go from there. Second, there was somebody else other than Dalio. Rick Kiley. The logo is the current logo. Okay, so let me stop right there really quick. I'm gonna take a left turn, and I'm gonna come back and explain. I'm gonna explain something to y'all, and then come back to explain that logo. Two things that you were probably wondering and what's going on. So when Steve James founded this church, planted this church is actually what it's called. When he planted this church, he went to Emory Seminary. Emory in Atlanta, was handpicked at Emory to come out west and plant a church. He had no church planting experience at all whatsoever, and what's quite amazing, if I understand this part of the story correctly, he's never planted a church since. He's actually now retired from the pulpit and does a church consulting business. I get feedback from him occasionally to help continue the church that he has planted to improve. So in his research, coming up on 38 years ago, 39 years ago, they made a very conscious decision to name this church Morning Star Church, Las Cruces. Okay? We were a United Methodist community then, we are a United Methodist community now. Somewhere along the line, I'm not pointing fingers, laying blame, none of that kind of stuff, some preacher and or leadership within the church decided to change it to Morning Star United Methodist Church. But legally, we are Morning Star Church Las Cruces. When Ross came, there was a conscious decision made to go back to that original name, Morning Star Church, and we were already in the process with Travis. I was already in the middle of a project with Travis where I had already redesigned the logo twice before Travis had left. We were still we hadn't landed where we wanted to land. And then I finally found a pastor in Battle Creek, Michigan, who does logo work for churches. And he helped us design that logo. And that was in 2017. That's when that logo was, so we have been using that logo for 6 years. Thank you very much for the math, because I am very tired this morning. Just to let you guys know, there's not enough coffee in the world for me today. So all of that to where we are right now, just not only as the United Methodist Church, but as Morning Star. And so we wanted to put forth the fact that we are a church here in Las Cruces, and that we're a United Methodist community second. It was all done by design. This was all stuff that Amy, when she got here, was, if we hadn't done it, she was going to ask us to do it, and we were already in that phase, and so she leaned into it. So that logo that was painted out onto the patio, it had been in use for a while. We used it on media, pencils, pens, website, T-shirts. It was being used everywhere. And so, so then the third point, and I forgot about this, the third point is that there is a resolution at General Conference, which will be in March in North Carolina somewhere, right? Am I correct? North Carolina? Charlotte? Yeah, it's been moved, but it's in March. There is a resolution that's already fast-tracking. I don't know what's going to be the result of it, but to change the current logo of the United Methodist Church, the cross and flame. I don't know. I don't know. And the reason being is because there was a focus group and some consultancy that the cross and flame is being misinterpreted. And so, but also here's another thing. So here's another aside, and probably more of this will be discussed next week at Pastor Amy's theological understanding of inclusion, is that churches who do not change anything within their churches, so churches that don't paint walls, churches that don't recover panels, churches that don't change the pictures on the walls, churches that don't change murals on the walls or whatever it is, churches that stay stagnant are struggling to move forward at this point in time. And that's one of the biggest things that's coming out of that logo, is that it is now perceived as stagnant and old. And it hasn't been updated since 1968 when we merged. We will take a question from Pastor Amy. Okay. So that was something that Pastor Amy was, so the question is, or the point of clarification is why the colors that we have are what they have. We were using 6 different colors, I think, before Amy came along, and one of the very first questions that Amy asked was, what do you need help with? And I explained to her, I was like, we have this logo, I don't think we're using it to the fullest of its ability. And the last question was I don't know what color it should be. I don't know what color it should be. So Amy came back, took a look at it, a bunch of other stuff, and said, this is the logo that we need to use. So that clarified that question. And then she went into and did a lot of research and came back with, it needs to be blue. We were using blue. It was a shade that was within our website at that point in time, but we were also using some grays and some blacks and white. We were using an inversion of the white and blue. So can anybody tell me why we landed on blue? Rick, you should know this. Okay, well, so blue is considered a color of trust. So those companies that use blue as their those companies and organizations that use blue as their primary color are considered to be more trustworthy than those who use other colors. Okay. No, I want to make it mucky and messy.
The rainbow hasn't gone anywhere. We're still going to use it. That's the versatility of this logo. We have our color schemes. The blue is the main. We'll also use gray and black and white when we need to, and we will use the rainbow as well. It's one of the ways that we express ourselves, but it's not all or nothing. So you will see the rainbow. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's just not up in this particular section, but it will be used many times in many ways. You can expect the rainbow, the blue, the white, the gray, and the black to be what we see in the logo. Fair? Does that answer the question? We're going to use the rainbow. So when the picture is dark, you see it all the time, Rick, in pictures that we put on the the slides. If the picture is dark, like if the picture that I create for the sermon is dark, then the logo will be white so that you can see it. The answer is we use the rainbow. We just didn't use it right there, but it will be in other places. We haven't discarded it. We're going to use the rainbow. We're going to use the blue. We're going to use the black and the gray and the white. I don't understand why this is so confusing. So tell me what's troubling you all. Okay. We can certainly put it up there. That's what I'm saying. It's interchangeable. We can take it down. We can put it up. The website is always being used, right? And it's always being updated. It is like laundry. So you will see the rainbow on the website. You will see the rainbow on the website. I'm glad that you care so much about it. It's good. But we're not dropping the rainbow. We're not dropping the rainbow. Still confused, Eileen? So what I'm hearing is some of you want to see the rainbow on the website. Great. Good. Great feedback. Yes, Fran. Perhaps.
Perhaps. It's a resolution.
Perhaps.
It needs to be voted on. So here's something else to consider and to think about. We've got a really good template. We actually went and sourced somebody to help us build this website professionally. Okay, and so we received a gift, and somebody helped us with that. And so, so my point to all that is that you will see this website change at a minimum twice a year, if not once a quarter. The things where places are will stay the same. The design, the background picture, the colors, that bar right there that's black with white may change to something else. We might put something up forward. That Connect With Us may go down. The sidebar menu may become a different color, but it will still be there because, again, it goes back to that statement that I was saying before. Churches who have stagnant websites struggle to increase they struggle just to even maintain their engagement, not even to increase it. Yes. Eileen, it's like we're simpatico. I was going to go there without anybody asking, and then you said it. So, how do we get the increased engagement? What's one of the ways that we get the increased engagement, and what's one of the ways that people find us? That's one way, but if I'm online in Florida, they search for United Methodist Churches in Las Cruces, and guess who they find first? Morning Star Church, because alphabetically, we come up first before University or St. Paul's. Excuse me? El Calvario doesn't come up for some reason. I don't, I'll be honest with you, I don't know why, but it does not come up first. And a lot of that has to do with that idea of that if you're not trying to get your presence out there in every which way possible. So kind of going back to Rick's point, and it's a valid and great point. So this, I started off by saying, this is your silent salesman, right? Your salesperson. It's always on there, 24/7, 365. It is selling Morning Star Church to the community of the world. And I told you that we have a global reach, okay? We used to, well, that's, I don't need to even say that. But anyways, what's another silent salesperson that you folks own? Each one of you, most individually. No, so silent salesperson that you all own that helps tell people about Morningstar. Your t-shirts. Your t-shirt with the rainbow logo, your t-shirt with the gray logo, your t-shirt with the For All logo. Your t-shirt is another silent salesperson. Steve Georgie has a fantastic story of wearing a t-shirt and meeting somebody at Walgreens and having a fabulously gracious exchange with somebody in regards to the t-shirt that he was wearing. We had green t-shirts for a while that said hi on them. We had gray t-shirts with red sleeves on them that had this on it. And, you know, Fran tells a story of standing there at Albertsons where people were like, what was that? And she tells them, you know, yeah, so making you disciples of, which is the United Methodist mission statement. Yes, ma'am. So my time has come to an end. If you have questions, concerns, or website comments that you would like to make, you can email me at stewart@mstarlc.church. You can find my email address on the, let's say it together, on the website. And just remember that the website is like laundry. Very good. I was hoping everybody would say that together. But those are my parting words. The pastor, as always, has the last parting words.
Stuart has worked really hard on this website, and you all often don't see how hard he is working 24/7 for you all. I'm so thrilled that you want the rainbow logo up. I am happy to put it up there for you. Just want to remind you that we get a lot of criticism. We get a lot of criticism about everything that we do. So we want your feedback. Please just remember to be kind with it because we're feeling all the pressure of the criticism that comes consistently, okay? So thank you all for being here. Those of you in this room, I will listen to anything you have to say because you're here, right? Not just today, but every Sunday. You're here when we're leading the pantry. You're here when we're singing in the choir. You are the people who are invested. We will listen to what you have to say. Please just remember, we have negative comments streaming at us 24/7. So if you could add a little bit of cushion to what you're saying, it would be very, very helpful for us because we are a bit tired. But we're going to continue to work very, very hard. And I want you to thank this man again because he's working very, very hard for you. You have to take that compliment.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Jeez. I wanted to make a really quick point. One, you guys are charged to leave this space right now and to go out and tell people about this website, which means the rest of Morningstar, so that you can tell the rest of the world, the rest of the Sarahs that are out there in the world. You want to know what our stance is? Go to mstarlc.church. And it's clear, it's concise, it's straightforward. You'll find it fast and easy. The other thing is that when do changes take place? I hope that on Mondays, every single Monday, except for tomorrow, because I am going to take tomorrow off. But on Mondays, you will see the changes, the updates to the website consistently, as well as throughout the rest of the week. But if you're looking for something consistent, like I want to look at the new website, last but not least, up at the top, you're going to struggle to see it way up at the top where it's in the bar. If you can get a mouse around that little circle, there's a little circle up there. And if you're struggling to see any improvements, you need to refresh the cookies, and that's the way that you do it. You click on that little circle, it refreshes the page, and then it'll show you all the new stuff. Because if you're looking at it and you're seeing the old sermon series, and you keep going every day, and you're like, it doesn't do anything, Stuart is not doing his job. No, I'm going to tell you the first time, every single time, have you refreshed the cookies, and that's how you refresh it, is by refreshing the cache. Clear the cache or refresh the cache. No, it's way up in the top in the menu bar where it says mstarlc.church. Any website that you're going to, if you're not seeing the most current information, you need to refresh the cache, and that's how you do it. Cache, we would like some C-A-S-H, but I'm saying C-A-C-H-E. Okay, that's the end of my story. I'm glad you like it. Let me know what feedback you have. And my name is still Stuart Davenport, and you should be thankful yours isn't.
Hello. Most of you know that I've been away for a number of weeks, mostly enjoying a fabulous trip in the British Isles, and then not enjoying a piece of COVID that I brought back, which I'm fully over now. But I just wanted to say how glad I am to be back. It's so good to be away, and it's so good to be back. If you want to see pictures of my trip, I've got little commentaries on Facebook that I've posted. You don't have to be a member of Facebook. You just have to go to the Facebook page and look up Dale Yeo, Y-E-O, and click on it, and you'll be able to see all my pictures.